Good evening. I'm just going to start off. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining me on this webinar. My name is Anurika Azubike, and I am the founder of Customer Attraction Academy. And what I do is that I help small and medium businesses to move from being invisible in the marketplace to being irresistible to their customers. And why is this necessary? So that they can attract and keep more paying customers in their business. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you about how you can attract customers to your business on a shoestring budget. How you can attract customers to your business on a shoestring budget. The key thing to attracting customers is first by understanding who exactly it is that you are selling to. Many times we think that as long as we have a product ready, we can just take it to the market and then we can talk to everyone about it and everyone is expected to buy. But the thing is, when you don't have a specific audience in mind, when you're putting out your content or when you're writing or when you're trying to sell, you just be selling to everyone is almost like selling to nobody. So you've got to identify who specifically and who exactly needs the kind of content, the kind of product or service that you offer. So as I go along, if you have any questions, whatsoever, just type in the comments and I will respond to you as they come in. I want this to be a very interactive session, so if you have any questions whatsoever concerning the things that we're talking about, so just type them in the comments and I will respond to you. Now, if you run a business in 2017 and you want to attract customers to your business, as quickly as possible, and you want to get the very best results from attracting from the customers, from the prospects or the customers that you're trying to draw to you, the main thing that I'm going to recommend to you is making adequate use of the internet. Many times people don't understand the power of the internet. They think that the internet, especially when they talk about social media, because one of the things that people still confuse the internet and social media, or they sort of think it's the same thing. But the truth of the matter is that when you think about the internet beyond just social media, you get to see the reason why you need to understand. You need to understand what the internet is all about and how you can utilize it for your business. So I'm going to be sharing with you things that you can do on the internet so that you can that will cost you. These ideas that I'm even sharing with you are free. You're not going to have to pay anything in particular for you to use them. So let me just share with you this, because one of the things I'm sharing, the key thing that you're going to be using the internet to do, or that you want the internet to do for you, is to create more visibility for your business. More visibility for your business, because the more you're out there, the more people who know what it is that you're offering or what your offer is even all about, the more you're able to successfully close sales, the more you're able to successfully sell to them. Now, I need to make a point before I go into the points, because I have about 10 things I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. When I talk about visibility, many people mistake it from thinking that they just need to go into the market and say, hey, I sell XYZ product, come and buy my product, and after that, that's it. So you only care about what the customer will do for you. But what about you? What are you doing for your customer? The customer right now is so... You and I are customers. We think about ourselves. Whenever someone is selling to us, whatever it is, the first thing we're asking ourselves is, so what's in it for us? So if the only thing that you're saying to your customers every time you want to close a sale is, oh, come and buy this thing, I sell this thing, buy. People are tired now. You're not the only one selling things. Everyone has something that they're offering. Everyone has something that they're selling. So you've got to ensure that you've got to ensure that you are being very strategic with the way that you're presenting your business to your customers in a way that actually gets them to understand what's in it for them, and also to understand that you care for them more than the money that you're going to collect from them. Because sometimes businesses, we are all selfish, but we've also got to show that we're beyond the money that we want to collect from our customers. So the things that I'm sharing with you tonight, how can you take advantage of the internet to be able to draw more people to you? Number one, social media. I guess you saw that coming because I talked about social media before now. Many people don't take advantage of the fact that they're on social media, and that's a fact. Only a small percentage of people have found that you can actually be on social media. Hello, Leslie Jolu. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So many people get on social media and then they laugh. They have all these things that they do. Sometimes they gossip. Sometimes they're arguing about things that make sense, things that don't really make sense. Everyone's just arguing and arguing. No one is actually utilizing the power of social media to drive the business. And you find out that at the end of the day, after spending data, you spend money to buy data. You should be able to make money from your business enough for you to not just buy more data, but for you to take care of the needs that you have. So maximize your time on social media really, really well. I'm going to share with you the 4 key, or maybe it's more than that, but the top social media sites, at least in this part of the world. I'm going to share those with you. They're Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. You still find, so these are the top 4 social media accounts in this part of the world. But there are also a percentage of people, not just in this part of the world, but all over the world, that use, a high percentage of people who use Pinterest, people who use Snapchat. Snapchat is actually for a younger demographic. But what Instagram is doing, what Facebook is doing with its stories, what WhatsApp is doing with stories, what Instagram is doing in stories. I, for one, I've never been on Snapchat. I can do the things that I want to do on the other social media platforms. So, hello, Leslie Jolu, aloha. Okay, so take advantage of your time on social media and present what it is that you are offering to your customers. Don't just go and put on your profile and say, oh, I'm selling, network marketing is the best, oh, business coaching is the best thing since sliced bread. That's not what I'm talking about. You've got to be really strategic. You've got to ensure that you're infusing 3 key elements into whatever content that you're sharing with your audience. Because the truth of the matter is that the way you drive your social media marketing is through content, which we call content marketing. But content marketing is way beyond social media marketing. But the key thing that you use to drive social media marketing is through content. So you can share content that is educative. You can share content that is informative, where you're just sharing just information. So something just happened, they can see it on your timeline. You can be the first person to share that particular news. You can share education. So in your field, in your line, what kind of things can you share with your audience that get them to understand more about what you do, 1, or 2, how they can use what they have to get what they want without necessarily buying from you. And it's not every time people are. It's not even that. It's not every time. Let's take a look at it. If 10 people were to make you. Were to pitch to you, will you buy from this? You even feel overwhelmed that the fact that everybody's pitching to you. I always say to people, put yourself in the shoes of your customer. Put yourself in the shoes of your customer. What exactly do you think that you would do if you were in their shoes? So you've got to take advantage of education. You've got to take advantage of information. You've got to take advantage of sharing things that are very social. So it can be funny things, it can be things about culture, it can be things about a trend that is happening. You've got to ensure that you are constant. The key reason why you need to take advantage of these things is so that you can keep your brand, keep your name top of mind in the minds of your audience, in the minds of your customers, in the minds of your prospects. It's very important for you to take advantage of social media. So I've talked about these ones. And I also always recommend you don't have to be on all social media platforms. That's one thing that a lot of people also make the mistake about. They think, oh, okay, since they say social media marketing is going to work, let's go and open a LinkedIn account. Your clients, are they on LinkedIn? Imagine that, for instance, you cater to mothers who have mothers who have children 3 years or less, and these are not working moms. Maybe you're putting together a food community. You're not talking. I'm just saying, it's not every single person that you need that is on every platform. You've got to identify. Where that target market that you want to speak to, what kind of social media platform are they on, and go there and share your information, your education, your social content. You've got to share it with them. Those are the things that keep your mind, keep you top of mind, keep you top in their minds. Now I'm going to elaborate more on content marketing, because I have talked about social media, but now let's go beyond that. Now, Osai in this community has talked a lot about email marketing. She talks about websites. Those are very important. If you do not have, hello, okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm going to come back to what I was saying. I just wanted to take a look at the, okay. I can't see it on this. I'm going to have to put on my other device to check that. But let me just carry on. I was talking about content marketing. So you've got to ask yourself, okay, I'm not so active on social media, or I'm active, but I don't want to sell to people on social media. Make use of email lists. There are a ton of email service providers. So if you want to use email marketing, for instance, go online, just type email marketing in the Google box, in the search bar, whatever you want to call it, and you will find a ton of email marketing tools that you can use to share content with people who are interested. That's the difference between social media and emails. With emails, people actually opt in. They agree to be on your email list, and that is why I usually recommend to people, don't buy emails. If you buy emails, nobody's going to read it. Sometimes I get these people who just send me messages. I don't think I have read, maybe, I want to say 1/10, but that would even be too much. I've read less than that, because I'm like, I never opted in for this. It's like spam. If you buy email lists and you begin to send things to people who don't care about what it is that you're selling. So you can imagine me now, you're selling people who just go online and begin to sell all kinds of things, selling Viagra to me. What's my business with that? So you've got to identify your target audience. You've got to ensure that you are sending your emails to people who are actually interested in what it is that you are selling. So all those free courses that Osai has on this platform, that shows you how you can build an email list, how you can create an opt-in page, whatever it is, that helps you to create your list. You need to pay closer attention to those courses, because it's very important for you to be, your email list will act like a funnel system where you draw. So imagine that you're active on social media, you have all these people who listen to the content that you're sharing, and then you have a product that you don't necessarily want to share on social media, even though you don't need to be shy about that. Once you're able to get people to be more comfortable with you, and that's the reason why I talked about education, information, and social. Once you're able to get people to be more comfortable with you, you'll find that they will be more receptive to what it is that you are selling. But you must not sell every day. Just ensure that you're making offers, you're asking people what do they think about a particular situation, you're sharing your stories, you're talking about how your day went, you're talking, there are just so many things. You're talking about things along the lines of your core offering. There are just so many things that you can talk about on social media, as well as your email as well as email marketing. Now, another thing, email marketing as well is not about just putting your product in the email and clicking send. It's about telling a story. It's about building a relationship with a client or a customer or a prospect or an audience that you cannot see. You cannot build that audience by saying discounts, discounted offer, 15% off today. You've disconnected me. I don't even care about that. What are you even offering discounts for? Can you please build a relationship with me first before you begin to offer me any kind of discounts? That's what I'm asking for, and I'm sure that's what a lot of people are asking for as well. I have, just before I continue, I want to quickly take a look. I can see that some people are asking questions concerning what I already mentioned. So I want to quickly just check what I have on the, because I can't really see it here. It's let me see. Can I? No. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll have to come back to that. So the other things that I have to list out, I need to say this very briefly before I list out the other things that I have here. Sometimes people say to me, I've had clients who have come to me and say, oh, I can't really post on social media, I'm shy. Oh, my sister, I don't know how to say this lightly. You are amazing. You don't need to be shy. The shy entrepreneur syndrome, like I call it, I was born from the shy entrepreneur syndrome. It does nothing good. Maybe I should add that. It does nothing good for you or for your business. You are a star, and stars they don't hide, they shine bright. You need to ensure that you are more visible. You came to this world with a voice. You came to this world, even the good book says you're the salt of the earth. When they put you in food, you're supposed to make that food taste. People are supposed to realize that, no, this food is tasty. This food is tasty because salt is in there. You're salt, you're light, you're amazing, you're awesome. I don't particularly know why you're shy. I don't know why you're conscious. And look, I'm saying this from a place of love because I've been there before. I was also forming shy. I was too shy, but it did not do anything for me. When my business came crashing down, then I knew that I had to throw shyness into the trash can and get and get moving. So please, if you're shy, you can, you may want to say, maybe you want to talk to Osai, or you send me private message, say, oh, I'm too shy, I don't want to talk to people, oh, I don't want people to see me, oh, what do I say? Oh, you have so much to say, so much. We've just got to get it out of you so that you begin to talk more to the people who actually want what you're offering. Yeah. Okay, so let me move on to the list while I wait for this page to load, because I'm trying to see the questions that have come through as a result of the things that I have said here. So yeah. Another way for you to attract customers on a shoestring to your business on a shoestring budget is by, get this, moving out of the internet. I just talked about the internet now. Why are we talking about moving out of the internet, sister? You cannot. I know there are brothers here too, but I need to be so real. You cannot sit behind your desk every day and say, I'm going to push this out with social media. I'm going to push this out with email marketing. It's great, but you've got to go out and meet people. Go for events. Get out of your house, your office. If there is any networking event happening, go there, meet people, shake hands, introduce yourself. Why? I'm going back to what I said before. Because you're awesome. You've got to let people know that you're that awesome. People are just going to look at her and say, oh, maybe she's awesome. They don't. I'm so sorry. I can be a drama queen sometimes. They don't need to look at your face and know that you're awesome. You've got to tell them that you're awesome. So you've got to get out there, and meet new people. I see people who go to events. Okay, maybe the story of my life, my past life. I'll go for an event before and I'll be so shy. I will stay in one corner. Things will be happening, but I won't talk. Please, when you get to those events, stand up. Walk up to somebody, smile, shake hands and say, hello, my name is blah, 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 blah. But here is me. My name is Anrika Zubike. I'm the founder of Customer Attraction Academy. You look so lovely tonight. What do you do? What's your name? Say something nice. As in, network with people, go out more, talk to them. You can never tell the kind of relationships that I have made just by attending these events. They've moved from being acquaintances to being friends. They've moved from being people I just met to being business associates. They've moved from all of, strangers that I just met maybe like once, and they've turned out to be my customers. They've turned out to be my clients. They've turned out to pay me for my service. So go out more, and network with people. In the same way, which brings me also to the second way I said, don't just go there and sit down. You've got to ensure that you're participating, and it's not just even about the networking events. So at networking events, when they say, oh, do you have questions? Raise your hand, ask a question. Let people know that you came for that event. Don't dress up, wear a really nice dress and then go back home. Nobody will even know that you came there. Don't sit with people you know. Don't sit with friends. Stand up and go and meet people you have never met before. I've seen people who are building their businesses, and they say, I've heard certain people who come to me and say, I'm trying to revamp my business because I've been running this business and it's only my family that is buying. Yes, your family is buying because you're only talking to your family. You've got to get out of that family whole, practice and reach more people. Reach more people who are not your family members. Reach more people who are not your friends. Reach more people who are not in your circle. And you're not going to do that by, doing the same old things. Like the saying goes, it said, if you continue to do what you've always done, you continue to get what you've always got. If your business is not working out the way you want it to work, or if your business has grown to an extent you want it to grow even further, you've got to do things that are completely different from what you've been doing in the past. So when you're in groups like this, ensure that you participate, ask questions. I see the post that, the very, very lovely post that Osai has here. People come here and they post, great stuff. She just completed the book summit. I don't know how many of us attended. I attended the money making mummy summit, and it was just amazing. The people who spoke, the people who were there, participate. Don't keep quiet. As in invisibility, I'll say it again. Maybe I'll continue to say it until this video ends. Invisibility does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing for your business. And I'm not talking about the good nothing. I'm talking about the bad one. Okay. So ask questions, comments, say things. Just be out there. The day you have something that you want to ask a question. Even I like people who are bold. You want to ask a question, don't just go underneath the comments and ask a question. Go and write it on the wall and say, hey, I've been trying to create my email list and these are the problems I'm having. You would find that it's not just, Osai or anyone else who has that, who has knowledge about what the question you're asking that would respond. You see people who are learning from the question that you're asking. So make sure that wherever you are, people know that you're there. Comment. I'm not sort of saying that you should be a menace and begin to say all kinds of, no, I'm saying comment, ask questions, be more visible. Be more visible. Your business, your future self and your business will thank you for that. Now, while you're doing your content marketing, you're doing social media marketing, you're asking questions, you're making comments, you're saying, oh, this is nice, thank you for sharing this, and all of that. You're building people who come to love you. You've got to ensure through your email marketing, through your social media marketing, that you are building people who love you. Marketing can be completed when people know you, which is visibility, when people like you because they've created a relationship with you, and when people trust you because you've shown that you will do what you say you will do. When you put out your content, for instance, and people ask questions. I've seen that happen a lot of time. People put out this very great content and people are asking questions. I've even seen people who have used Facebook ads and they go there and people ask questions and there are no responses. Now I get it, where certain humans are of different breeds. You find a post that has all the things. They're saying, let me see now, XYZ paint. If it helps, let me say, it helps protect your walls. If you want to place an order, go to this. Click on this link or send an email to this, or call this. Then you find people in the comments who say, oh, how much is it? Then you say, price, let me say $20 or 20,000 naira. You also find people in the comments who say, how much is it? Are you in Lagos? The address is there. What should I do? Okay, this is my number, WhatsApp. So you'll still find those kind of things happening, I know. But you find people are asking you genuine questions, ensure that you're relating with them. So build loyal fans, build people who come to love you. I don't even talk about the like part, I'm talking about the love part. And people are drawn to generosity. People are drawn to you when you're a giver. People are drawn to you because you give of yourself, you give of your knowledge. So ensure that you're doing that with the assets that you have, and the assets that you have are absolutely free. Use the internet, use social media, use email marketing. There are a lot of free services that you can use with email marketing. Use content, create content from the things that you know. Create content from the knowledge that you have. Share information. Make people laugh. Share something funny. With all this, you're going to be building fans who come to know you, fans who come to love you, and fans who come to trust you. I will also just add that you need to ensure that you're using stories. I've been a strong advocate of stories. So whether you're building whatever kind of business that you're into, you've got to also ensure that you're helping people to connect with the stories of how you either cope, or stories of how you run your day-to-day business. You know, if you're, I've seen Francisca on this list, for instance, and she'll tell you her story every time. You know, there are certain people that once you see their names, you remember their story. Hi, Francisca. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I saw her name and I didn't. Thank you so much for joining. Furo, I see you as well. Thanks for joining, Furo. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so I see people. So the people who I see, and I instantly remember the stories. Use stories as a way to connect with people who really want to buy your stuff. And you're not just saying that story because it's fancy. It's good for it to be fancy, but you're also saying that story because you're looking for a connection. People buy from people that are like them. People connect with people that is, I remember when it happened to me. People buy from, when the stories move them. So you've got to ensure that you're using a combination of all of these in order to connect with your people, with your audience, your people too. So like I said, if you want to attract customers on a shoestring, I was even kind enough, it's actually on a free budget, or there's no budget here, but by the time your list, for instance, begins to grow, you're going to need to upgrade to a paid one. But for now, since you're just starting out to build a list, and I think the list limit for the paid accounts, I think about 500, 1,000, a number of them have that. Oh, and if you're asking me what kind of list accounts what kind of email marketing tools can I use? There's MailChimp, there's Aweber, there is what's the one I love? There's one I love so much. That's so close to my heart, so dear to me. Don't worry, I'll remember before this session ends. Okay, great. So I'm just going to look through the questions that I have here. Okay, Lesicholu says, this video is absolutely phenomenal. Clear imagery, bright background, fantastic sound, valuable content, fab. Learning from you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lesicholu. Love you. Okay, now Osai is asking, how do you identify your target market? That's an amazing question. I found out that many times when people ask, or when I even ask people this question, and I say, who are you marketing to? They say, anybody who can afford it. God, no, let's not do that. If we do anybody who can afford it on a consistent basis, we're not going to be selling to anyone. Now, the way for you to identify your target market is to ask yourself, who absolutely needs what I am selling? You might think your product is general, but trust me, there's not like a general product. Maybe there is bread, salt, lotion. I'm just thinking what the general products are. They are general products, okay, maybe there are. But even those general products have to be targeted to a specific group of people. You cannot bring salt and now want to sell salt to men. Yes, a number of men are going to buy salt, but they're not the key people who buy salt. So you find out that if you're doing packages for salt, for example, even though it's a general product, you find out, or maybe what I should use, a commodity product, you find out that you have the picture of a woman, most likely, who's in the kitchen, who is cooking. That would be the most likely image on salt. So that means that the core target market for that would be the women folk. So, but if you're going to identify who it is that your product, your service, whatever it is that you're selling or you're doing caters to, you've got to ask yourself, who absolutely needs what I am offering? Who absolutely needs what I am offering? If you're a multi-level marketer, for instance, and you're saying to yourself, "Oh, I want to help people." You see, people do that a lot. Are you looking for this? There are many people looking for that, but the way you have crafted that message is too generalistic. It doesn't cater to anyone. So you've got to be specific. Is your business for working mothers? Is your business for first-time moms? Is your business for people who have very limited time because of their very busy schedule? Is your business for trying to conceive couples? Is your business for single ladies or single men? Is your business for... You have to be that specific. I'm not just saying say women, men. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what kind of lifestyle does this person have? What kind of problem, specific problem, does this person have, this individual? What kind of people do they follow? What kind of things do they like? What is their general behavior? Their general reaction to things. You find, for instance, you're trying to sell something that is... I'm trying to look for how to put this now. The key point here is that you've got to ensure that you are speaking directly to people who are hungry. You're speaking directly to people who are hungry for what it is that you are selling. You cannot just go and say, as long as you can afford this, or anybody who needs this, just buy. That's not the way to do it. So you've got to ask yourself, who's paying? What pain does my product or my service solve? Who absolutely needs this? What is their educational background, their age, their gender, what's their income? I've also seen people who are targeting children. Your product can be for children, but there's no way you can target them. The children are your consumers, but they are not your customers, because your customers are the people who actually pay money for what it is that you're offering. So you've got to ensure that you consider the people who have the spending power, the people who have the ability to spend money on what it is that you're offering. You've got to ensure that you're doing that. Let me just quickly check some other questions. Osai says, haha, yes, people need to be interested. I can't particularly remember what I said there, but I do agree. People need to be interested in what it is that you're selling, if that's what you meant. Okay, then also I did a quick summary here. Education, information, social. Yes, your content has got to surround these three key points. And social can be funny things, can be the fact that you're talking about maybe some social vices, you're talking about your experience with last month. That has happened to me a lot of times. So those are it's not education, it's not information, even you're trying to share social, you're trying to share something that is more like your everyday living with your audience. Leslie says basically engaging people consistently, not necessarily selling all the time. Absolutely. Did you know that the average, and this, what I'm about to share with you was done maybe about 10 years ago. It was said, according to research, that an average human being comes in contact with, get this, 10,000 messages in a day. But I even want to fault that. WhatsApp messages alone, are you sure they're not up to 10,000? Facebook messages, emails. You're walking on the streets of Lagos and you see billboards left, right, and center. Or somebody, even you pass by a store and they're singing a jingle. You can hear there's a radio in the background with a jingle to one product or the other. What am I saying? There is no way, with the way internet and everything, you on Facebook alone, on Instagram alone, on LinkedIn alone, there is no way that one human being can listen to 10,000 messages, and that was even there. Now, I'm sure it's 100,000. So imagine if you have to keep selling to those, buy from me, buy, I'm selling this, buy. Even me, just from saying I'm exhausted. So I can just imagine the persons who are on the receiving end. We are all on the receiving end though, but it's to what degree. So you've got to ensure that you're building that relationship. And the reason why you're building the relationship is very critical. So sorry, I almost choked. The reason why building the relationship is very critical is because your fans or your audience have come to relate with your content. Once they see something from you, they are bound to pay more attention to you. Unlike if you were saying buy, the truth of the matter is that they'll zone out. So if they see your name and she's selling something, I'm begging, let's move on. So but if you have been consistent with sharing one valuable content or the other, you will find out that they will be more receptive. Which is why I talked about the fact that people are very drawn to generosity. They'll be more receptive to what it is that you're offering. Okay. Let's see. So Osai says stars are meant to shine. Yes, stars are meant to shine, and you are a star. Every one of us is a star. We've just got to shine our lights. No need for the shine. I call it. It's a syndrome that I coined because I was suffering from it, and I found a lot of people who are suffering from that syndrome as well, and it's called the shy entrepreneur syndrome. The shy entrepreneur syndrome, and it can be deadly. Maybe not dead. It can be deadly in a lot of ways, but it can be more deadly for the business that you're running. So you've got to quit that. You're a star, shine. Lesicholu says, I'll quit flooding this feed with comments and let folks who have questions do their thing. You have great questions and great contributions too. So I hope I will see more of your comments here. Okay, Osai says, go out and meet people. Yes, please. It's so important because some people think that this online thing means that they just be online posting stuff and then that's where it ends. Go out and meet people. You can never tell who knows who knows who. Go out and meet people. So the internet should be major for you, but physical, you cannot belittle or put down or underemphasize the importance of physical one-on-one conversations or physical one-on-one meetups. So please go out and meet new people. Osai says, so I was shy. Oh my God, Osai, I was so shy. Even I'm shy from saying I was shy. I was so shy. I was running a business and nobody, I just put up my Facebook page and then that was it. I felt like as long as my Facebook page is working, nothing else. I was hiding behind my company logo, a business logo, and it didn't work out. And it was devastating for me. Okay, Leslie Jolu says, yeah, story of my life too. Oh, Leslie Jolu, yes, I know. I remember your story. You told your story in your timeline at one point or the other. I remember that. But I'm so glad, hallelujah, that we're out of that now. We can all tell it as our past lives, right? Okay, Francisca, okay, what have you missed? Quite a lot, to be honest. Are there any other questions? Do I see any other questions? Have I missed anything? We're about to bring this to a close. Okay, let's see. I don't think there's... Okay, hi, Furo. Being visible is... have to be a menace. I'm sorry, I'm not... You guys are just saying, you're using one word, so I'm trying to piece them too. Okay, Francisca says, network is not my friend. I will watch the replay. Francisca, please watch the replay. Please watch the replay. That would be great. Osai says, Facebook just logged me out. Thank God I'm back. Oh, I'm not sure why that happened, but I'm glad you're back. Welcome back, Osai. Franca Obi Medese, thanks for joining in. You said I will shine, and you should shine. You're just an amazing person. You're a light that should not hide. You're a star that should shine. As in, you're just awesome, and you've got to show people that you're awesome. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I don't think that there's any other question. I wanted to make sure that I've answered everyone. So if you would like to know more about me, or you'd like to stalk me a little online, you'll find me over at the Community Customer Attraction Academy. Just search again in right on Facebook, the search bar. You'll find Customer Attraction Academy there. So just search for it, and you can find us. You can join us. You can stalk me. So if you have any questions at all on the things we just discussed now, you can ask me. You can ask Osai. Osai has been sharing absolutely fabulous content, and especially if you want to create an online business, she is the person who has great stuff on the specific tools that you need to use and how to use it successfully. Thank you so much, guys. It's been an amazing time with you. I really appreciate that you spent time with me tonight. So thank you, Asai, and bye, everyone. Bye.